However, publishers and studios did a lot more to prevent a broken game from releasing back in the good old cartridge days.
You see, that's the part I push back against, because are game companies trying to make more money off you post-launch? Yeah. Are they trying to recoup costs from increasing development budgets with no increase in game price? Yeah. Are microtransactions really exploitative? Yeah. Do they take advantage of people who are prone to addiction and gambling tendencies? Yes, yes, and yes. But did developers try harder to release a complete game back in the days of the cartridge? Heck no. I am at first data-driven, and the data does not support that. It feels like it, sure, but the biggest companies in the world had games that were broken on launch. Soul Calibur 3 had glitches that would delete your entire save file. Skyward Sword infamously soft-locked you forever. You'd have to start a new file if you did a quest out of line. Again, I said Final Fantasy VI, the stats were broken. There were mistranslations, there were text that went off the screen. Heck, there were so many games that were so bad, the Angry Video Game Nerd made a career about it. Since I'm a fighting gamer, here's one from the fighting game world. Street Fighter 2 had a glitch that literally reset the game. And it just took a series of inputs from Guile. It wasn't even that hard to do. That's the thing. It feels like games were more complete because we had no other option. We call that feeling nostalgia. Because you and other people are like, oh, games these days are released as a broken mess. But like, are they? Are they released as any more of a broken mess than usual? Because all those games that I've just listed were a broken mess, and we played them anyway. No one's going back to the original Street Fighter 2 and going, man, this game is utter unplayable bullcrap because if you press the wrong buttons, the whole console resets. Like, look at Cyberpunk. It ran slow, the NPCs didn't work well, it crashed, there were bugs that could soft lock your game. Except everything I just described also happened in Breath of Fire 2. Except everything I just described also happened in ActRaiser. And those were like good games from the time. Think of bad games from the time. Think of Fester's Quest. Think of Jekyll and Hyde. There is no significant data that shows that games from the 90s or the early 2000s or even the 80s released with fewer bugs than games today. I really tried to find that hard data. And without that hard data, the best we can say is it feels like it because we're angry at microtransactions now. And that's not a very good data-driven viewpoint.